Alright, welcome back to Danksco Traders App. Sorry today for the delay. Yeah, today has been there's some things that hold me tight. I couldn't make it in time, but glad I'm back. I'm here, and so we're going to do it. I know some people may be already off to their workplaces and what have you, but nevertheless, let's do it. Probably they will find it today. This is episode number 125, I believe. Yeah, 125. That's the episode we are on. I hope you guys we will be able to make money today, since it is a Friday, and somehow the market should have at least gotten some volatility. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's pray and start today's analysis session. Father, we give you praise. Thank you for the day that you've brought before us today. We give you praise for it. As we get into it, as we get to the session and we analyze the charts, may you grant us the knowledge, the wisdom, and of course your spirit to clearly show us the signals and clearly show us the entries and the exits. We give you praise for that. We give you all the honor, Lord. Thank you for the profits we made yesterday. Those that made some losses, thank you for the recovery that you're giving them tonight. And of course also the profits. We give you all the glory and honor. May you be glorified even as we trade. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Alright. Let's now start today's analysis. As usual, we start with Crash 500. And that's how we do this. Those, if it is your first time, then you know how we do. Then you need to subscribe and get accustomed to our culture here, and of course be ready to trade with us. Alright, so Crash 500. First do this. This is just a minute. Alright, so Crash 500. So yesterday we entered this trade. Those who remember, I told you we should enter that trade. I moved out immediately right there. Those who were online yesterday, this was the trade. Let me show it to you on history. That was the trade right there. When it went there, I quickly moved out, and immediately after moving out, it made this retest. I hope you guys made money. The reason we took the trade was simple. Reacted on the order block. We saw that change of character on there after the order block. It was like a double top bottom right there, and we took the trade without waiting, and we got that money out. And then of course we wanted to sell when price reaches that level, but the sale was a bit slow, so we couldn't sell it, and that's why I never gave a signal to sell this. So clearly we can see what happened right there, and the price actually continued with the previous trend. This move went up there. This move right here, this move was the one we were looking for right there. It happened. So for the buy right there, the buys continued. So I can clearly delete this, but this move may be still on. Wait a minute, H1. We wanted this move to come back. This was according to actually H4. Before it continues with the buy to first come down. And yes, on H4 it is now going to come down. Yeah. So this move is still valid right here to take us right here. Yeah. So delete that, remove that, this we can delete them. This can also now be deleted. It's no longer necessary. So what are we having there? H1, H4, we need that. to come down, grab that liquidity on order block. H1, what do we need? We need to see price come below that. We need to see price come below the what? The so it's there. Start another block. We did not touch it, so it was just about there. For the fair value gap right here on M15, that was a fair value gap. And that's where we saw the reaction right there. So price has reacted back there, right there, and the sales have started. So right here, I don't normally wait. I enter my sales right there, and I'm going to enter with right there. What we have there is a sell. I'll be putting my stop loss just above there, and I'll be looking for this profit all the way down. I'll be looking for that. M15 we are selling, H1 we are selling, H4 we've reached a retracement level to sell this asset. So I still think we need this sell to come around that order block. To come around that order block. But before we can actually think of that, I want to first put this and see if it actually reached the retracement. It did not reach the retracement, so that means we still need price to come around there. So the sell is on, so I'm gonna be looking at sales to come around here. My stop loss is just above there. My stop loss is just above there. Where? Yeah, about there. That's what I need. I need sales to come down right here. So I'll be looking at my profit just about here. Just about there. That is what I'll be looking for. Alright, so this is Crash 500. The reason you've seen me enter is this is an order block on that one, on this very move, and the price went back to test it. But remember, we have been looking for the retracement. Our CCI is giving us a signal to sell this asset. We've been wanting that retracement all along, even since we were here. So right now, this would be a better entry. Why? Because it reacted back to that fair value gap on top. So this would be a better move for us to actually look for the sell signal to come around all the way down. So that's the reason why I've entered a sell. And the other thing was having gone back again there, because this is like a break of structure right here. Right here, it had started to sell, and this was like a change of character right here. Let's see. Yes, right here. That was like a change of character, and this move went to break the change of character level there, gave us a lower low. You can see we are in now profits. Those who have entered, congrats, we are in profits on Crash. This is like a lower high, and that was like a break of structure, then the retest right there, and now the sales are on. So we are in sales as we speak. We are in sales and we are in profits. As we continue to go into profits, make sure you trail your stop losses into profits. All right, that is Crash 500. Congrats to those that are already in it. Boom 1000. Let's now look at Boom 1000. Boom 1000. Let me first do this. Just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. What is happening here? Sorry, something I'm looking for that I'm not seeing, so it's just disturbing me right now. Okay, let me do it again right here. Sorry guys, sorry. I need to get to it. Something is wrong with this today. Not sure what happened to. Okay. Okay, so boom 1000, boom 1000, boom 1000. So we had we first write the name here, boom 1000, 1000. So yesterday we wanted that. It actually started to move, but then I realized there was that kind of pattern. So I was supposed to sell, but this was late night, so I couldn't enter the sell, and this was the confirmation there that we are actually selling on this asset. And the sale happened, and we actually even got enough momentum to break out that order block and continue with the sale. Currently we are we are pushing for this move. Those who remember, I told you this can go either side. it can either break the other side or come here. So clearly we see that this was a weak level, a weak support, and now we can see it broke out. So all we need now is for it to give us a retest, yeah, according to H4. Remember, this is a change of character, this is a low, this is a retest of the change of character, and now this is a break of structure right there. So it's going to continue selling, but then we will be anticipating. Now I can delete everything right here. I can delete everything. This is no longer needed. All that is no longer needed. Delete. Now this can also be taken. So all I need now is a retest right about where we broke out there, and then make our entries to bring us all the way down below. Remember, we have some point of interest like this order block right here on H4. That's where we could anticipate to take our profits from, but this is H4, so you could look for smaller TP levels on H1 and look on that. If you are one that loves to hold, then you can hold it all the way down here if we get this retest. You have to remember that it's now 11. The H4 candle has started. The H4 candle has started. So all we need is now to wait and see where we will be looking at our retracement. So according to H1, we are oversold, meaning anytime from now, anytime soon, we will see a retracement. Once we get a retracement, know that we have entered. We will be looking for our sales later once it reacts from that level. Perfect. I think that's it on this. This is nothing like something hard. We just have to wait and look at this. So this is anticipated to actually give you that. You may not see anything like a retest after this, but then if you get it, if this is our last low, we could use our fib right there. Actually use H1 and we use that one right up there, and that means one may see price coming about that order block, and then going back into sales, go back into sales. So there's a possibility, I'm saying there's a possibility, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but there's a possibility of it happening. From there then to sales, from there then we go into sales right there. So let's wait and see what comes around, but as of now, that's what I see. That order block, this fair value gap around this support level, so all those are levels that we are likely to see give us that retracement, and then we continue selling this. So today we may actually enter some buys. Not sales, and these buys will be just retracement according to H4. Boom 500. Boom 500. Boom 500. So boom 500, the retest there, the sale was not that much retest on this, but then we saw that price went all over up there back to where we started from, and I remember I had my limit order above there somehow, had my limit order above there, but I didn't want to risk. When it went into profits, I immediately closed it, because clearly this can change. When you are looking for sales and you're not going to be around to monitor it, it can end up into a big thing. So I closed them, and because I was going away, and I couldn't keep up with the trade. But as we speak, this move is still valid right here. This move is still valid to bring us right here. So I can delete this and that, delete that, delete this and that. So now we see some weird pattern that we have here. Pattern right here that we have. That's what we have. And clearly price is not going back there up, but it's coming now down below. Why? Because this is the move that we need. That is the move that we need, and clearly you can see that that's what we are going to be getting. So the sales are on, both on H4, H1, I believe even on M15. Oh, M15 not yet. That's weird. M15 not yet. So we have to hold on. We may have to hold on. Let's see. So it may give us some more buys according to M15. That is weird. So I'm not ready. I'm not ready to enter. I'm not ready to enter sales now. From what I've seen. From what I've seen. But then, no, we should be actually entering. It's only that we don't have a good entry, but this was enough entry for us. This would have been a better entry. Why? Because this was a change of character. Price went back to test that, so it started to sell, and it gave us also another change of character right there. Went into sales, now went back to test it according to H1. So that's why that would have been a better sell right here. So if I was to sell here, I would have put my stop loss just here, just there. But then I'm just going to give it one more hour to understand it better, to see if actually we are continuing with the sell, because M15 is a bit tricky where it is. Yes, price is below 10 MA, but it's still not that what I need exactly. So I will just leave it for now. But most of the times, a structure like this, when it gives you this and it fails to go up or altogether up, to go back up, that is a signal to enter your sales, because when it is reacting back, it doesn't go up to finish it. It just goes up there, grab liquidity, whatever. This was a fair value gap, but then continue with the sell, and that's what we can see on H1. So the sell may actually continue, but where it is, I don't have a proper entry. The entry that I have is on H1 there, to put my stop loss up there. But when I go to M15, that entry is not the best. So that's why I'm holding on, to enter now. V25S. Vol 25 1S. So this gave us what we needed yesterday when it returned here. So we entered the buys right here. We entered the buys. it kept on, you know, I think it's these guys are told in signals that when you see something in one place not shifting for so long, for about 2 hours, move out. I think I had I don't know what happened, but I don't remember what happened here, but it took me out later. I was supposed to have moved out even earlier than this, because these are more than 2 hours by the time it came down here. Yeah, but somehow I was still having hopes for it to, I think, to continue up, but it eventually broke going down. Remember, this is also a symmetrical triangle according to but wait a minute, this was my mistake, because according to this move that we needed on when this was Thursday, Wednesday, that we needed on Wednesday, it happened yesterday. It happened yesterday, so I think I misread this. Yeah, I misread that it was now consolidating to continue, actually later on continue. So that was my bad there. Yeah, from what we needed already, it had already given it to us. I don't know why we were still looking for the same move. Not sure why. Yeah, that is how I messed up right there. So it came and took me out. There were small losses there, so I can't beat myself over them. But yeah, the truth is it was a loss right there. So after breakout, it retested right there. H1, H4, same thing. So although we see it is having a low momentum, it is selling. It is selling on H4, but on the other hand, on H1, it is not. It has actually come to that order block. This order block right here. Price has come to that order block, and it's the one I want to focus on right here. That order block, there's a fair value gap here. It's actually on the fair value gap, whereas the order block is, the other one is this fair value order block here. So it is on the fair value gap of let's see, of H4 time frame. So we could use the one on H4 right there. So on H4, it's where we have that point of interest. So clearly price is reacting from there. So what do we do? M15 is doing the same thing, but we can clearly see there is a break of structure right here. Right there, that is a break of structure. We don't see any point of interest left back, in as much as we want the retest according to H1 and H4 and M15. We don't have a point of interest that was left back actually to give us what? To give us an entry. To give us a point of where we can actually sell. We will enter from there. But what we can see now is something like that. As far as trend lines are concerned, that's what we see right there. That is a channel. If that's the channel and we are in sales, then it means we are going to continue like that, and this is not a good trade for me. So I don't waste time on such a trade. Look at, this is H1, look at M15 how it is. So this is just a wastage of time to follow up with this trade. So I won't trade anything like this. I will leave it alone until we have enough volatility in the market for this very asset. Let's now go to volatility 75. Now V75 V75, I'm already in a sell. This, it did what we wanted right there. It did what we wanted. So after that consolidation, and last night before I slept, was it even last night? It was, I think I had finished watching the match, so I happened to open my trades and I saw that trade and immediately entered it. Yeah, that was a trade right there. Immediately entered it. Something I don't normally do. I chose to leave it running overnight. So currently I'm in profits, and it is trying to react from this level here, but that is a weak level, so I'm expecting it to continue to come around here. So that is where my first TP is, but the general TP is all the way down below right here, all the way down, because this is a rising wedge and we're looking at price actually going through and breaking it and continuing with the sell. According to H4, we are selling. According to H1, we are now oversold. According to M15, we are still selling. According to M15, we are still selling. So it means H1 is also still selling. So we'll continue selling until M15 gets oversold. Alright, so that's it. I can bring my stop loss around here. I can choose to close my profits if I wanted. Yeah, but as we speak, this is the move. So today, if you want to enter this asset, let's see, we left some liquidity up here. We left some, this is an order block right there, but also we have the fair value gap right here. So those are 2 points of interest the price can react back to. So I may not actually delete all that. I may not actually have them all, but we have to understand there is a fair value gap here, so it can return to any of those. So there's a possibility of it first coming here. Comes here, once it reaches there, then goes up there or to the fair value gap, and then we see sales again. We see sales that will now actually take us all the way down below. Now remember, it can choose to even continue. I'm not saying it can choose to first go back up again, because this is a rising wedge. It can choose to continue. Let me first check on H1. No liquidity left back right there. No liquidity left back. So if we have no liquidity left back on H1 and M15, then we know that this will be the ideal level to actually give us an entry to continue selling. So I can easily delete that. Yeah, I can easily delete that. H4, nothing left back. So this is the only level we can clearly see that will eventually give us a pullback, probably, if we continue to reach this trend line. So for now, that is it. I can't tell you to enter now, but just keep around until probably if it comes to this order block on H4, it may first reach even down below here. So we need to know that. But as of now, just hold on for the entries down below. You can enter the buy. If the retest gives us an entry, you can enter it and then wait. But as of now, please, you have no entry. You may, if you want to, from here on sales, but it will be a short trade for you from there to here, and it will be a bit risky because you entered it in the middle. Yeah, you will be entering it in the middle. So that is it on V75. Let's go to jump 50. I told my guys in the VIP signals that I was still holding it, so I also kept holding it since yesterday. It took me out right here. It took me out through the first entry, but then I had not put a stop loss, but still this I had put 2 points of interest. Those who attended yesterday's analysis, I had 2 points of interest. So instead of it coming here to the trend line and going back and then coming again to touch the trend lines, the points of interest, it decided to give us a fake breakout and go to one of our points of interest, which was this fair value gap. And once it touched it, immediately buys started. So I had my limit order waiting right here, and the other entry that I had not put a stop loss was the one remaining here. So that's how I managed to keep holding these assets, these trades. The other limit order was on this fair value gap. So this was also waiting. So if at all it happened to still look for liquidity on this other one, then also this one would have been activated and now also in profits, but we haven't. It did go there. So right now we are prices above our 10 MA on H4. That is a significant signal for us. So we are hopeful that it's gonna go all the way up into profits, but it is still very slow. So you know how this happens. It is still very slow, but let's hope for the best right there. So if you want to enter, let's see today how would one enter. M15 is almost overbought, if not overbought. I think it is somehow overbought, but we are not using that. We are using H1 and H4. So it came here, so this would have been an entry, but very skeptical for me to enter there if I was you. So I would still wait, because there's a possibility of this first holding up this price to break through. So if at all it breaks through this level and retests, then you can enter, or if at all it comes again down below, you can make your entry to have a good entry point. So I would wait. I would not rush to make an entry right now. But if you have a big account and you can, you can have your stop loss to go all the way down below, then you can have your entry. You can have your entry right there. All right, that is jump 50. Let's go to jump 25. We have about 7 minutes to close this. Today we started late. Apologies once again. According to Felix is saying, according to the movement of V25, I would think possibly we should be leaving markings for at least 2 days. Let me look into that, Felix, just before we close today's session. I'll look at it. Yeah, so jump 25 weekly, we need sales. H4, we need sales. Oh no, that was weekly, failed to give me what I want. So daily, we need a retracement somehow. According to what we have on CCI, that will be like a retracement. This we are oversold, meaning we are in a buy trend. So if it gives us sells, it will be like a retracement to later on continue buying. All right, so H4 we need sells, and yesterday I was looking for that move. I don't know if I shared this move with the signal guys. I don't know if I did, but yeah, that was a trade right there. This was a good trade right there, although it was slow. You know how the market has been since this week started. So this was how we anticipated. It comes here, and then we enter buys to come and grab liquidity on that order block and then start selling. So M15, once it gave it to me here and I saw the change of character right there, I made my entry. That's where I made the entry a bit late, but yeah, I made that entry. It found my stop loss in profits right there, but somehow it kept closing until it reached that order block, that like how we had analyzed. If you missed yesterday's analysis, you can go and do your check and understand how we came to analyze it like that. So that's how we analyzed it. That was a good trade, but it was moving slow. It was very slow. But as we speak, you can see the sales are on, and it is jumping like how you know jumps. Yeah, it is now jumping. Do we have an entry? Not really. All we need now is retest. We will wait for something like that. Or even there's a fair value gap here, not a block there, there's a fair value gap here, so we can wait on one of those points of interest or this very level where it has broken structure from, and then we enter sell where it has broken the support from, then we enter our sells. Or we can even see the retest going all the way up there to give us that. So we need to just be patient. We just have to be patient. So for now, that's it's gonna be a no-go for me right now. I can't enter sales because I don't have an entry. I will wait for a retracement so that I can make that clean entry that I will be looking for. So H4, this is, let's see, you can leave that. You can now take off this. That support is still holding up, as you can see, so we need to wait. That support is still holding up, that support right there. I have my trend line right here. I can draw it. It may be one of those perfect. Actually, according to M15 we are buying, according to H1 we are oversold, so it means the buys are coming around right here to take me right back here. Yeah, so we can actually have our sales right from there to bring us all the way up, all the way down. So first delete all this and now wait for that. M15 we are looking for buys. This support is still holding, and there's another block here has been the one reacted on. So if we don't see a breakout here, of which we may not see according to M15, then according to M5 we need to see an entry for the buy. So until then, if we see an entry for the buy, probably like a change of character on M5 and M1, then we can make our entry. But until then, we still a no-go. We don't have an entry. Even though we are on the support, you just can't enter like that. This is jump 25, it's a big asset. It can easily jump into the profits and take it. And remember, jumps don't also respect stop losses, and for them they are killers, because either side they don't respect stop losses, whether sells or buys. So you need to know that. Jump 10, it also did according to what we analyzed, but I was not around to enter it. I was held up at church. So yeah, that was a move, and immediately sales, it came to that fair value gap right there, and immediately sales started. I wonder what is happening. H1 is still in a buy for some reason, but yet H4 we need sales. So what is happening? Let's look at M15. M15 we need sales, so it means H1 is trying to go back to where? Okay, there's a big fair value gap here. There's an order block, a valid order block right there. So probably it's doing this, then sells, then sells. That's the only point of interest I see. The fair value gap here and the order block that gave us that fair value gap. So until then, I don't have an entry. If I don't see that, I can't enter. Remember, this where we are currently, that is a daily resistance level. Actually, it was a resistance level, so I can just delete it. I need price to come back here. That is what we are looking for. But remember, according to daily, we are still in a buy. According to daily, we are still in a buy, looking at it to go there. So if I go to H4, H1, no, this is a no-go for me. Let me wait for this and see how I can enter sales. But until then, this is a no-go for me. I don't want to force anything. I will wait for that, and then if it gives it, if I get it, what's that? This is M15. That's weird. That's weird. That changes some things right here. First put it aside and then go to M15. Means we'll be looking for something like that right there. Means it's gonna come, according to H1, it's coming again all the way up there. What? That's weird. Let me leave my other option right here. This would be this one right here. That option will be this first trade right there. So this would be the second TP right here to there, but we are likely to see this only, and then we start sales. So for now, let me first delete that. It may not happen. Let me wait for this and see if it gives me an entry to sell this asset. Yeah. All right. Let me wish you guys. Oh wait, before I wish you a good day, let's do a recap and we call it a day. Let's do a recap and then we call it a day. If you want to learn to analyze like me, you can register for the mentorship class, for the May mentorship class. So we started from crash 500 and we entered sales. So price went back and sales went back, and this previous M15 candle, it was a sell clearly right there. So after entering right here, it went to touch that order block, and now the sell again started. So we are in a sell as we speak, and we are waiting to see if it will actually hold up. So boom 1,000, we are waiting for that pullback, and then we enter sells. So you can either enter the buys right there if you want, and now there, that's what I was talking about, something like that, to give you an entry for the buy. You can choose to enter right here and put your stop loss all the way down, like around here, and look for the buys to reach here or here, and you move out, or you can wait for the sales to come around. It's your option. That is your option. Boom 500. Boom 500. We didn't have an entry, so we can either wait for the breakout right here, and the retest, right about there, or we wait and see if it will actually first go up again according to M15. Yeah, so for now this is a no-go for me. V25s, this is where you had said we Felix said we can look for 2 days markings. Really, for the way it is moving, it's even very hard because structures change. That's why I tend to analyze every day, because structures keep on changing, and they keep on, whenever they change, they keep on giving you something you can use to actually trade. So apparently it's very hard to on this very asset. On the other assets you can look at it, but this one here, it's not been moving well for the whole of this month. Yeah, the month started from here. This is where we started the month from, right here, and clearly you can see how it has been moving. The only issue I'm having is I don't have the weekly in the way I want it, but clearly we should be selling from there. We should be selling from there. Let's see, daily, the retest, breakout, went back. We should be selling on, although it still needs some buys. Wait, this accumulation, manipulation, then distribution. This is distribution, and we are going to continue with the buy actually, according to daily. So if according to daily we are continuing with the buy, it means this is just going to keep. Remember, this is a break of structure right here. Then this was the higher high. This is our all-time high right there. Gave us a higher low. So we haven't seen this broken out. So until this is taken out, until this level is taken out, we can't sell. We can't look for sales. The buys are on. The buys are still on. Either on daily, even on H4, we are still buying. The trend hasn't changed. The trend hasn't changed. This may be just a pennant to actually trigger us into buys again, just like we need according to daily time frame. So don't be caught off guard. Don't be caught off guard. We are still in an uptrend. We haven't gotten any change of character to signal us a reversal. So for now, if you're looking for any entries, look for buy entries, not sell entries. And clearly M15 is already giving us buys, and even H1 is likely to give us buys. So we wait. For that. V75, the pullback is happening. It's trying to take me out. I don't know, one way or another. So yeah, but we need it to come here. So for now, that's a no-go for anyone. You can either wait it when it comes here, or wait when it goes up there and then sell this asset. V50, we are continuing with our buy. Like I said, like I told you, you can wait for this and then retest, or you can wait for it when it comes down again, if this resistance right here holds up. So that is what you can wait for. Jump 25, it's a heavy asset and you need an entry right here. So if you don't get an entry to push buys to get up there, you'd have no entry to actually support the trade. Jump 10, we need that pullback. You can see how jump does. We need the pullback there, then we look for the sell. So until then, you have no entry. So we need it to reach there, right there, and then we enter our sells. I think that's it for today. Hopefully you guys had a great time. Sorry for today's time mismanagement. I hope Monday will be a great time. Today we'll be having the BTC analysis at 1. Let me wish you a good day. For those who love synthetics only, then we'll meet on Monday. Today is a Friday. Of course, for us with synthetics, we even trade on public holidays. But of course, for the Forex, I know they are not trading. The markets are closed, being a Good Friday, and even Monday they will be closed. But that also somehow impacts our volatility in the market. So we'll see if it will be impacted or not. If it is impacted, of course we'll get trades. If it is impacted, we'll not get trades. If it is not impacted, we will trade and make money, even on a public holiday like today and Monday. Let's wait and see. Let me wish you guys a happy Good Friday and a good weekend and Easter week, the Easter weekend and what have you. From me to you guys, see you.